In this video, we will be discussing polygons, what to watch for, what to use, and how to fix up what SoaSE will not accept. The three basic types of polys are tris, quads, and anything with 5 sides or more are referred to as n-gons. SoaSE meshes will not accept n-gons, and these will need to be repaired. If you wish to read more about it, I will include this link below, or you can just Google quads versus tris. Before we start with the model, I have an empty scene open, and I would just like to show you something that I refer to as a bent poly. Now, this will happily be converted to mesh and go into game, but it will look like crap when being rendered, either in the shadows or with the light reflection. Let's go to primitive and polymesh, and we'll just make a cube. Now I'll show the cube just as shaded, and I'll expand this window. Now I'm going to use the U key for ray select so you can see which side I'm selecting here. And I can press the T key for points, and I'll select this point. Now you can see this is a flat poly. This will have no problem as a quad. But what happens when you get bent polys, and sometimes this is going to get imported or you may delete an edge by mistake, is I'm going to transfer this one and raise it up a bit. Now you can see this is still a quad, but it's bent. And you can do the same. Press T again, and I'll select this one and transfer this one down. Now, this will look like crap when it's getting rendered in game. It will happily convert to mesh, no problem, but it's going to look very bad. So what you need to do is you need to add an edge. Now I'm going to use the backslash key. You can see the commands here. Going to use add edge tool, and you have to watch which way. Like right now it's not that bad, you can see, but watch what happens if you add the edge this way. You see how that changed the shape of the model? Now I'm going to press the U key for raycast select, and I'm going to press the semicolon to clean that edge. Now we're back to this again, and I'm going to press the backslash key and add an edge this way. So just be aware that adding an edge from here to here, from this point to this point, or from this point to this point, will have a dramatic effect on changing the shape of your model and how the light and everything reflects off it. Okay, we're back to our model, and the first thing we want to do is make sure the model is selected. So I'm going to be pressing spacebar to get into object mode, and left click the model. Now we want to find all the n-sided polygons, polygons with 5 sides or more, and you can find that tool under the select window in the top right here. You want to click that and go to select n-sided polygons and 5 sides or more. Now we have all the polygons selected. One way to make it a lot easier to work with is to right click on the model and bring up the context menu, and you want to click hide unselected. Now we can see all the polygons we have to work with, and it'll be a lot easier to work this way. So let's look at a couple different methods of getting rid of your n-gons. First, I'm going to make sure I'm on raycast, U key. I'm going to select this top poly and press F for frame. Now I can rotate about this poly. Using the backslash key to add edge, you can also access it through, make sure you're on the modeling toolbar window here. And you want to access it through add edge. And we'll just make this all tries. So first we'll start with a point, and you want to just snap it to the next point and keep left clicking, and we'll continue. Now I'm going to press spacebar to exit out the add edge tool, and those are tries. So now I'm going to show you how to do it with quads, which is you just have to keep exiting the tool. So I'm going to press backslash and go from point to point. Now I'm going to press spacebar and redo the backslash again and continue like that. And you can see the difference between the quads and the tries. So we continue with this one, space, backslash, space, backslash. If you want to clean up these tries here, there's a couple different methods. You can select the edge tool up in the top right here, and you can select the edge and simply press delete. Or the method I like better, because you have to watch, if you select edges you might be selecting multiple. So I'm still on the edge select tool. Let's try and select these edges here, and you can see I select edges way down here too. So typically I like to use the raycast. I'll spacebar to go back to object mode and press U to go to raycast, and I'm going to drag these two, and I'm simply going to use the semicolon key to clean the polys. Now another simpler, much quicker method, it will add more polygons, so I'm going to frame this with the F key. And again, make sure you're in the modeling context toolbar here, and we're going to go to polymesh and triangulate. Now you can see this one added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 polys, and this one is 14, looks like. So 8 versus 14. Now let's let's do a more of a simpler one. I'm going to select these two with the raycast. Again, that's the U key, and I'm going to select the backslash, and we're going to maybe just go from this point to this point. Backslash again. Now this one here is still a quad. This will work, but typically when you have points like this, you'll hit the backslash, you can see a point here and a point here. This is still a four-sided polygon, and it will be no problem going into game, but because it's sort of like a hidden point, I'm gonna add the edge to make these tries as well. So backslash. Now those are all tries, and I will show you another method here. Instead of using the U key for raycast, which will select individual polys, I'll show you, and then press shift key, and you can select individuals like that, or you can press the Y key, which is also polygon select, but it will box select. So let's make a box around all these, and you can see it selected all of them. And we'll go to polymesh and triangulate, and that did all of those. So I'm going to pause the video here and continue working on get rid of most of these, and we'll come back near the end. Okay, we got almost pretty well all the circles done and a lot of other chunks. And I'm just going to show you why I didn't do these. I'm going to press Y to box select these. Press F to frame in on it. And now I'm going to go to display unhide all polygons. And you can see these are inside the ship. And they're not needed. So I'm going to make sure that I just got these with the U key. Right cast select. Hold shift. And press delete. Now we'll go back to select in object mode, select 5 sides or more, right click on the model again, and hide unselected. Now you can see I left a few here. This actually looks like a quad, but in actuality it's 6 sides. This right cast this one, and I'll frame it with the F key. And if I go to show to add edges, the backslash, you can see this one here. I'll just connect that to there. Backslash again. And I'll do the same to this side. Typically mirrored models, I like to keep both sides the same because it just helps keep the UV map cleaner. And you'll see the same on these polys as well. If I select the Add Edge tool, you will see a point in the middle here. So we'll just connect that to there. Now I'm going to do the same on this side. See what we got happening on the back here. Press Add Edge. See why these. So we'll take that one. I raycasted that one and I'll frame it. And Add Edge. Because sometimes these points are pretty hard to see, but I can see there's one here. Connect that there like that. Now we'll go to select the 5 sides or more once again. Right click on one of these and hide unselected. See what's left. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Add Edge tool. And we'll go from this corner. I'll use the Y key to box select these so I can easily frame it. Add Edge tool. And we can do the same as what we did with the upper ones. So let's do these top ones first. Now I'll try and get rid of this. Frame in on it. Add edge. I can see this one is coming from here. Now I'll select this one with the raycast and press H to hide it. And now I can select these two, add edges, and I can see now the points. Makes it easier to connect them if you need to hide some polys to access them easier. And we'll raycast select this one, hide it, add edge tool, and I think that's the last one. So let's try display, unhide all polygons. And we'll do one final check. So we'll go select 5 sides or more, and the model stayed white. So it didn't select any polygons, and this is done.